And let me put the login detail, the default credential, and then we will go to BGP, and let's configure. Here I have the iBGP. Now we are doing the eBGP, so I will create the new lab. Let me give the new lab eBGP. Okay, eBGP I am giving here, and let me take two router. I will take two router here, and name we can give the same thing, whatever default name they are taking, and save this one. So now I have the two router. Let's do this configuration same as we do before, basic configuration. So we can keep this lab, next time we can use this reference lab. So IP schema, as you know already, we are using this one, and font size I can give 15, and bold this will be here. And let me power on the router, and if you need, what I can do, I can write here the AS number. AS number we are using 1 here, we can say, and the other side we can use the 2 because we are doing the eBGP. So here AS number will be 1, we can say, and the other side we can say AS number is 2 here, because we are doing for eBGP, not the iBGP. So let's do the configuration. We can do the configuration in the notepad. So let me take the notepad. I will write here eBGP, or what we will use, BGP timer lab. Here I will write R1 configuration, enable config T host name R1, and then we need to assign the IP address. Whatever the interface we are using Ethernet. So E0 by 0, I will write here E0 by 0. Then we can write IP address, whatever IP we are using, 192.168.12.1. Give space 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut. Okay, no shut. This is the IP. Then BGP configuration, router BGP, whatever AS number you have, 1. After that neighbor, and what we are going to do, neighbor configuration. So you need to have the neighbor IP and also the neighbor AS number. Depending upon that one we can configure. So we are here, we are in this place, and this is our neighbor is this one. So this IP, whatever we are going to get here, that will be our IP. So what I will do, I will write here neighbor and neighbor IP 192.168.12.2, then remote AS, whatever the remote AS is 2, because our neighbor AS is 2. So we are getting that one, remote AS is 2. So what you can see here 192.168.12.2 is my neighbor, and his AS is 2. That's all. This is the BGP configuration. Router ID still we are not giving. Later we are going to learn how we can assign the router ID in the BGP. Later we are going to see that one. So this is the BGP configuration for the R1. Now we need to do the BGP configuration for the R2. So let me copy first of all this and paste in the R1, and let's verify everything is okay or any issue we are facing. Then we can move for the R2. So here I think still, yeah, let me write here no, and let me take the CLI of 2 also, second router also. And now what we can do, here we can paste the configuration. Okay, this is the R1 is ready here, so I paste the configuration. Let me do the R2 configuration also. So R2 configuration is similar only. What we need to change here, this should be 2, and this should be 2, and this should be 2, and this should be 1, and this should be 1. Any confusion here? Because I am standing here in the R2. Now we are doing the configuration for R2, and R2 is here, so we are saying our neighbor is R1, whose AS is 1 and whose IP is 192.168.12.1 will be here, 12.2 will be here. So this guy is having, if you see, neighbor 192.168.12.1 and remote AS is 1. BGP here, what is your BGP? Your BGP is 2. Your AS number is 2. So we will write router BGP 2, neighbor IP, remote AS. That's all. So I will copy and paste this configuration in R2. So let's see here. And BGP is a slow protocol, it will take some time. We will wait and we will verify. So now what I can do, I can go, now BGP came up, and here I can write here, if you want to check the timer, if you want to check the BGP timer, how we will check? We will write show IP BGP, show IP BGP neighbor, press enter. Okay, and here let me make this window big. I wrote this command, show IP BGP neighbor. If you want neighbor IP, if you know already neighbor IP, you can write the neighbor IP also here. But if you write show IP BGP neighbor, all the neighbor information will be available here. So now what you can do here, if you see what you can see in this line, hold on time is 180 second, keep alive interval is 60 second. If you see this one, so this is a standard value. If you see, we have here keep alive interval is 60 second and the hold on time is 180 second. Whatever theoretical we discuss, we verify here. Okay, so what we can say, this lab is for the timer. BGP is having the 2 timer, that is keep alive is 60 second, hold on time is 180 second. That's all. If you want to change, you can change, but it is not recommended to change this one, and no one is changing this one. But you have the comments also if you want to change. Example, if I want to change anything, I will go here, I will write router BGP 1, right, and then I will write here what I will write, timer and BGP, and if you press question mark, they give the range. We can give from 0 to 65535. So by default you have 60. If you want, you can change as a 50 and then press question mark. So they are giving here also the 3 time. So 3 time means they give here also range, but generally what we are doing, whatever the keep alive time we are giving, more than that 3, multiply 3 with the keep alive time will be the hold on time. So I will give here 150. Okay, like this I change. Now if I write do show IP BGP, do show IP BGP summary, neighbor, and if I check here what time you have here, if you see this one, configure hold on time is 150 and keep alive time is this one. Okay, because still I did not reset the BGP, so we are having last read means we have this one, but someone configured this one. We are getting that way. And if you want, what we can do, we can clear the BGP, reset the BGP, clear IP. We can reset. What command we use? Clear IP BGP star or star soft. Yeah, so I clear the BGP. So BGP will reset. After that we will see again show IP BGP neighbor. And here I see, if you see here, we have the new timer, whatever we configure here. If you see, before here you are having 180 and 60, and you are getting here configure 150 and 50, but now both are same, because when I reset the BGP, it is taken this value, and also configure value will be same because we configure. So here it is showing the record, someone configured this value and currently they are having this value. That's all. But in the real scenario, no one will configure, no one will change, so no need to worry. But try to remember, we have the option, if you want to change, we can change. So let me return back to the original value. So I will go here again, and here timer and 60, we are saying 60 and 180, so I will give that one 60. What value we are giving before? Okay, we forget to write the BGP, which timer we want to change. We want to change BGP. So BGP keep alive time is 60 and 180 is a hold on time. And now what I will do, I will, if I write show IP neighbor, show IP BGP neighbor, show IP BGP neighbor, you can see here this one we are getting, okay, 150 and 50 we configure, right? Or 1 minute, let me clear also the resets, clear IP BGP star, and we will verify now. Okay, let me check, it will take some time, but anyhow let's verify now it came or not. And here, yeah, if you see our original time means default one, just now before we change 50 and 150, now we bring back again the original 60 is the keep alive time and 180 is the hold on time. So what we can say, this is the BGP timer lab. Okay, no one will ask you to change this one, but just for knowledge purpose we are discussing, we have the option to change this one also. Okay, so